Jackie Christie behind bars. Now, we're finding out she was hurt in jail. Oh, this ain't just another reality TV show, y'all. This is life drama straight out of a sick crime documentary. Now the streets are whisperin', and the internet is blazing with speculations. Was it a fight, a trap? Or did Jackie's big mouth get her after all these years? And this is where things get even worse, wilder. Some sources are saying this ain't no ordinary jailhouse fight. Oh no, the way this went down is giving serious inside job. Feels like someone wanted Jackie handled. But who and why now? Might this have something to do with her long, messy history of celebrity feuds and backstabbing? Or did someone on the inside have a bone to pick with her? But wait, there's more reports are coming in that Jackie was rushed to medical, and some say her wounds are more severe than officials are acknowledging. Is someone giving this a cover-up? And might this be a warning sign for something larger? One thing's certain, Jackie did not see this coming. And if what we're being told is even half true, she may be in a lot more danger than we realized. Stay locked in, because what we just learned will leave you wondering everything you thought you knew about this case. Jackie Christie, a name that immediately makes drama brawls and constant controversy come to mind the moment she entered the reality TV sphere. She ensured no one ever got bored, always outspoken, loud, and unapologetic. Jackie never retreated from a fight, but this time, this isn't another TV beef or a sloppy Twitter rant. This time, Jackie isn't merely a reality TV bad girl, she's a prisoner. Yes, you heard that correctly. Jackie Christie is incarcerated. And worse, she's been attacked in prison now. Here's the question that really matters: was this merely a spontaneous fight? Or was Jackie singled out intentionally? Is she genuinely in danger? And most of all, how did things get this far out of hand? If you believe that this is just another celebrity arrest, buckle up. Because the reports emerging, they sound like something from a Hollywood crime thriller. This tale doesn't begin with a scandal. It begins with a well-established empire that was on the verge of collapsing from the inside for years. Jackie has identified herself as a boss lady, a tough, independent, and rich woman who does things her way. She flaunted her lavish lifestyle, luxe fashion, and influential connections. Wherever she went, however, when money came into play, Jackie didn't simply spend it. She schemed. According to reports, Jackie was operating a real estate scam that appeared to be a normal business at first, but gradually became a multi-million-dollar scam business. The scheme was geniusly carried out. She enticed high-profile investors with the promise of exclusive off-market luxury properties that only VIP clients had access to. But the catch: these properties did exist, but had nothing to do with Jackie's business. So was Jackie scamming investors? Well, according to leaked documents and sources, this whole operation was actually a sophisticated Ponzi scheme. New investors' money was used to pay off old investors, making it appear like everyone was profiting. Until, of course, the whole system came crashing down. On one side, lawsuits were mounting against Jackie, and on the other, federal agents had already begun investigating her. And when the feds target someone, it's game over. But Jackie, she continued her usual "I'm above the law" attitude and carried on living her glamorous lifestyle until boom. A dramatic sudden arrest in broad daylight. Imagine the scene: a upmarket restaurant, Jackie dressed in designer clothes, sipping champagne, talking big business moves. Then out of nowhere, black SUVs, undercover agents, and within seconds, Jackie's hands in cuffs. The restaurant fell silent. Guests stared in shock, and Jackie completely blindsided. 1 second, she was living the high life, and the next dragged away by federal agents. It didn't take minutes for this to go viral. Jackie's mugshot was everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, gossip blogs, and the reactions brutal. Some people were laughing, others were shocked, and others were saying, finally, karma caught up with her. But the true story, it was only just beginning. Jackie was sent to one of the most difficult state correctional centers. And let's be clear, this isn't some VIP celebrity prison. There are no luxury perks here, just one rule. You're either tough or you're a target. And in Jackie's case, her attitude came back to haunt her. The moment she walked in, trouble began brewing. Jackie has always had a reputation for being bold, loud-mouthed personality. But in prison, that gets you enemies real quick. Sources say that multiple threats were sent her way the moment she got there. Allegedly, Jackie was told to mind her business. But can she ever zip it? Absolutely not. Then the shocking twist came. There were reports that Jackie had been attacked within the prison. Official reports dismissed it as a minor scuffle. But how minor are we talking? Some sources claimed Jackie got jumped in the prison yard. Others claim, however, that the beating occurred inside her cell. And the worst part, no definitive information as to how she was harmed was made available. No medical reports, no videos, just flimsy rumors referring to it as an incident that became out of hand. But those within, they claimed something entirely otherwise. This wasn't a street fight. This was a message. Jackie's real estate scams didn't take just hapless individuals. She reportedly imposed on some very powerful players, and in jail ties are everything. If this is true, then this wasn't any ordinary prison fight. This was revenge. But was this merely a warning, or is Jackie's life really in peril? And the question that kept everyone guessing was, this attack permitted to occur, or was Jackie set up the truth? It's more sinister than it appears because the more we dig, the more this looks like an out-and-out conspiracy. And trust me, what comes next will change everything. If you believe Jackie Christie's problems ended in a routine jailhouse brawl, think again, because what came next, it turned the whole story around. At first, the prison authorities minimized the attack, describing it as a minor scuffle with no one being seriously hurt, but insiders. They were spinning a very different yarn according to leaked documents. Jackie was not just hurt, but actually required medical attention. Some even alleged she was rushed to the prison infirmary right after the incident, though no official statement confirmed it. But here's where things get even shadier. Jackie's lawyers were denied immediate access to her. Let that sink in. A high-profile inmate gets into a violent altercation, and suddenly no lawyers, no outside contact, no updates. Why, according to some theories, this wasn't just a random act of prison violence. This was planned, but by who and for what reason, to understand the full picture. We have to go way back to what led Jackie to this point in the first place. And believe me, this fraud case wasn't so much about money, it was about power connections and high-stakes deception. Jackie's real estate scheme wasn't just your run-of-the-mill fraud. It involved major investors, government officials, and even celebrity. So when Jackie walked through those prison gates, she wasn't just a new inmate, she was a walking liability. Because if she decided to speak, if she chose to name names, it wouldn't be just her in jail, it would be a whole system of influential individuals, and suddenly the so-called prison brawl begins to look a whole lot more like a calculated threat, a message telling, "Shut up or else." Let's now analyze the attack itself. Several sources reported that Jackie was approached by a group of prisoners who had been monitoring her since she got there. Unlike other celebrity inmates who try to keep a low profile, Jackie, she walked in like she owned the place. That boss lady attitude she had on TV, it didn't impress anyone here. In fact, it made her a target. The reported attack allegedly took place in the prison yard during recreational time. One witness, a former inmate who just got released, says Jackie was set up by another prisoner who started a verbal confrontation. And Jackie, you already know. She didn't back down. The argument quickly escalated, and before Jackie even knew what was happening, she was surrounded. The witness calls it a crazy scene with guards reacting too slowly, nearly as if they were waiting for something to occur before stepping in. By the time they broke it up, Jackie was visibly shaken, bruised and enraged. But instead of receiving immediate medical attention, Jackie was said to be sent back to her cell. That is when things really turned. Sources alleged that Jackie demanded to speak to her lawyers. But guess what? Her request was denied not once, but numerous times. And the reason, prison officials said she wasn't in dire danger and that the situation was under control. But was it really because shortly after Jackie was transferred to another section of the prison? Now let's discuss this transfer, because it raises even more red flags. Officially, Jackie was relocated for safety reasons, but unofficially there have been rumors that Jackie was moved into an area of the prison that has been known to be much riskier. And here's the shocking twist. Jackie was not the only transfer that day, reports from prison insiders. Another inmate, high profile too, was transferred to the same section. Someone with direct connections to Jackie's real estate scheme scandal. Let's dissect this. Jackie is arrested. She's placed into hostile environment. She gets attacked. She's denied legal access. Then she's moved to a different unit where suddenly She's placed next to someone who might have significant dirt on her. Do you notice the pattern? This isn't some fluke prison episode, this is a coordinated move. And Jackie, she knows it. Sources close to Jackie's staff report that she's now petrified for her life. She never thought things would go this far. She thought she could boss up her way through prison, but now she's coming to realize she may not get out unscathed. Meanwhile, on the outside of the prison, her husband, Doug Christie, has been frantically trying to pull strings to have her transferred to a more secure facility. But the catch, the authorities aren't cooperating. In fact, they appear to be making it even more difficult. And this is where it gets even more sinister because Jackie's attorneys have supposedly found evidence that her case may have been speeded through a manner that implies external manipulation. Translation. Someone influential wants Jackie to remain locked up, and not merely that they wish her silenced. Now the question is, who is behind it? Is this revenge from someone Jackie scoped? Or is this larger than her real estate scam? Something dealing with individuals she should have never crossed. Because at this point, Jackie is in over her head. She's not just in legal jeopardy, she's in a life or death scenario, and the next step she does might mean whether she makes it out alive. Jackie Christie has always had a bold, fearless attitude, but for the first time in her life, she's learning this isn't a reality TV feud. This isn't some scripted drama for ratings. This is survival with one attack already under her belt, a mysterious prison transfer and powerful people it seems working against her. Jackie is now engaged in the fight of her life, and this time she can't talk her way out of it. But let's dissect what's actually going on here, because the deeper we get, the more this is starting to resemble an orchestrated takedown. Jackie wasn't merely arrested out of the blue. She wasn't merely sent to any arbitrary prison, and she certainly wasn't attacked by mistake. Someone somewhere wants her caught, wants her frightened, and above all wants her silenced. Because let's be honest, Jackie knows too much from the high-profile investors she swindled to the clandestine deals that never reached court. Jackie possesses intel that can ruin influential individuals, and now the issue is not whether or not she is guilty or not. The issue is, will she even live long enough to share her side of it? Meanwhile, on the outside, Doug Christie is in full panic mode. Initially, Doug believed he could deal with this in-house, keep it behind closed doors, pull some wires, pay the appropriate individuals, get Jackie reassigned to a minimum security place where she'd at least be safe. But every move blocked, delayed, denied. And the worst part, Jackie's attorneys are now stating they have evidence that implies she was never intended to live through this sentence. Let that sink in. Jackie Christie, a woman who used to sit in multi-million-dollar homes, run businesses, and braggadocious about her wealth on national television, is now being handled as if she's a high-risk, maximum-security criminal. Why? Because if she speaks, she might reveal names worth millions, if not billions, and what does happen when you're worth more silence than alive? That's what Jackie's team is most afraid of, because the second attack, it was even worse. Yes, you heard that right. Jackie was attacked again, and this time it wasn't just a warning according to leaked reports. Jackie was found unconscious in her cell. Unconscious. The official report states she collapsed due to stress and dehydration. But witnesses, they're saying entirely different tale. One prisoner reports she overheard a struggle in Jackie's cell. Another reports Jackie was dragged out unconscious before being taken to the medical ward, and the largest red flag, no cameras recorded the event. How convenient, a high-profile inmate already at risk suddenly collapses in a cell with no cameras. Something is not adding up, and Doug, he's finished playing nice within hours of the news breaking. Doug commissioned a team of private investigators seeking answers that prison authorities aren't going to give, and now the FBI is allegedly becoming involved. Because if these accusations are true, if Jackie was arranged, silenced, and physically assaulted to prevent her from speaking, then we're not discussing a celebrity scandal, we're discussing an outright cover-up. And the more that Jackie's camp demands the truth, the more the system resists. Jackie's bail applications have been denied. Her legal team has been threatened with contempt of court for releasing documents, and now the judge hearing her case has abruptly recused herself. Do you see the pattern? Someone is ensuring Jackie Christie never gets to share her side of the story, and at this point, it's bigger than Jackie, because if this is how a celebrity is being treated, then imagine what happens to normal people who get caught in the same circumstances. This is no longer simply about fraud, just about prison battles, or simply about Jackie's scamming history. This is about power control and silencing individuals who know too much. So what's next? Well, that remains to be seen. Jackie has two options. One, she keeps quiet, does her time, and hopes she makes it through until her sentence is up. Or two, she fights back. And if we know anything about Jackie Christie, it's that she never backs down from a battle. So don't be surprised if the story takes an even crazier turn in a matter of weeks, because if Jackie has a single chance to make noise, one interview, one leaked admission, one underground meeting with her lawyers, it could be game over for everyone involved. And, the way this goes, when authority figures are threatened, they erase the threat. So what's your take? What do you believe was set up from day one? Is Jackie in trouble? Or is this karma at last coming back to her? And most importantly, will she even make it out alive? Let me know what you think in the comments, because trust me, this is far from over, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next update, it might just change everything. If you thought this story was wild, trust me, it's only getting started. Jackie Christie is caught in a high-stakes game. And the deeper we dig, the more it seems like she was never intended to get out of this alive. So now we have to wonder, is this just karma coming full circle, or is Jackie actually being silenced by powerful individuals who don't want their secrets out? Because let's be real, this isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is greater than reality TV, greater than fraud, greater than Jackie herself, and the fact that every official source is either denying, deflecting, or straight up refusing to comment, that says everything. But what do you think was Jackie set up from the beginning? Is she being targeted because she knows too much? Or is she finally facing the consequences of the empire she built on deception? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this case is getting wackier by the minute, and we need to dissect it all together. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the way this story is unfolding, the next update might just be the biggest one yet.